Good day, Miss. My name is Crystal Brandon. I'll be explaining some key details of the inventory, which includes various items that are essential in our operations. So let us start with the item details in the inventory. So the first column is the item ID. This is a unique identifier assigned to each item to distinguish them from one another. The second was the item name. The name or description of the item provides clarity and ease of identification, and this includes the garden hose, pump, container, tape measure, toolbox, hammer, and safety goggles. So the next column was the current stock. It represents the quantity of each item available in inventory. It is a dynamic value that changes as items are bought or sold. For example, garden hose has 20 units, pump has 15 units, container with 10 units, tape measure 5 units, toolbox 8 units, hammer with 12 units, and safety goggles with 9 units. Next was the reorder level. This was the minimum quantity at which we triggered the need to reorder more units. So alerts for reordering are triggered with the current stock falls below the reorder level. It indicates that it's time to initiate the ordering process to prevent stock out. So for example, all items that was listed except the toolbox have reached their reorder levels. Next was the order quantity. It is the number of units that should be ordered when a reorder is triggered. It ensures that you order enough to bring the stock back to a safe level. And the cost per unit. It is the monetary value associated with each unit of the item. It is the expense incurred to purchase or produce each item. So, mao ni siya ang price na naka-indicate to each item. And now, let's delve into some of the calculations we've made based on this inventory. So, the next was the total value. Total value is defined as the monetary value of the current stock of each item calculated by multiplying the current stock by the cost per unit. For example, in the garden hose, which has 100 as cost per unit to be multiplied by the 20, which is the current stock. So the total was the 2,000 pesos. And the pump, which has 140 multiplied by 15, so is equal to 2,100 pesos. And the container is 500 as a cost by 10, so it is... So the product was 5,000. Tape measure, which costs as 50 pesos by 5 is equal to 250 pesos. Then the toolbox 250 by 8 is equal to 2,000. And the hammer, which costs 140 pesos multiplied by 12, so it is equivalent to 1,680. And the safety goggles, which cost 70 pesos multiplied by 9, so it is equivalent to 630 pesos as the product. Next was the ABC category. These are the items that are categorized into A, B, or C based on their importance in the inventory, helping us prioritize our management efforts. So this column categorizes items into different ABC levels based on their total value contribution to the inventory. The categorization helps in prioritizing inventory management efforts. It allows the store to focus more attention on high value or critical items, which is the A, while efficiently managing lower value ones, which is the C. For example, toolbox is categorized as A because it has a higher value. And tape measure was categorized as B. Then garden hose, pump, container, hammer, and safety goggles as categorized as C. So I will give some specific examples and let's take a closer look at a couple of items below. So in garden hose, we currently have 20 units in stock, and when multiplied by the cost per unit, 100 pesos, and the total value is 2,000 pesos. As a current stock is below the reorder level of 10, an alert for reordering has been triggered and it falls into category C. And in the toolbox, with 8 units in stock and a cost per unit of 250 pesos, the total value is 2,000 pesos. The reorder level is 4 and as it's below its level, an alert for reordering has been triggered, so this was placed to the category A. Conclusion. Therefore, our hardware inventory is a dynamic system that involves monitoring current stock levels, calculating total values, and triggering alerts for reordering when necessary. The ABC categorization helps us prioritize our attention and resources for effective inventory management. That's all, Miss. Thank you.